We know 2/3 of our people are not going to understand and get this message, even though we're telling them, we're breaking it down in the simplest form where you can get it. But if you don't get it, man, the Most High is going to destroy you. You're worthy of death. That's the only remedy to that disease that you got.
That's it. Yep. That was it on that, right? Leviticus 5.
Leviticus 5 at the top?
Yeah.
Yep, Leviticus 5:1. And if a soul sin and hear the voice of swearing and is a witness, whether he has seen or known of it,
So you're a witness to a transgression, a serious transgression.
if he do not utter it, then he shall bear his iniquity.
Then he shall bear his iniquity. So that's the reason why that person that knew about the child sacrifice and didn't say anything, he had to be put to death. If we didn't come out here on the highways and byways and warned you from the martial law that's getting ready to come, a disease warfare that Esau's going to bring upon you, the famines, and all these different things, man. If we didn't come out here and do that, knowing what we know, the Lord would destroy us too. Okay? We're supposed to come out here and cuss our people out, man. And we're gonna get a resistance for it. Jake gonna wanna, they gonna wanna, buck up against us. But hey, we doing what the Lord told us to do.
All
right, so that's it on that.
I had this previous brother wanted me to get is Ezekiel.
Yeah, get that and then we can go back to
Ezekiel 3:18. When I say unto you, unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to...
And how can you surely die? By sinning. That's how you surely die. Okay?
Nor speaketh to warn the wicked from the wicked way to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, with his blood will I require at thy hand.
Yep.
Yet if thou...
Hey, that's really, if you see Jake drawn to death and you know that you could actually step in and prevent him from death, then really if you allow him to do that, it's like you committed a murder against your brother. Technically that's like murder, man. I see you about to walk in front of that bus, but I'm not gonna say nothing to you. You're not looking up, you're just looking down, or you might be blind or whatever, and there's a bus coming. And I don't say nothing to you. I don't yell out, I don't try to jump and pull you out. I just let you go and I don't say nothing. When he gets hit by that bus, I knew I had the power to rescue him from that. But because I refused to do it, it's like I basically committed murder against that man.
The Israelite.
Not
heathens.
No, Esau, he could get hit by a bus any day.
Because they get it mixed up.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. If heathens and Edomites want to walk out in front of bus and trains, by all means, go ahead. All right, verse 19. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from the wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul.
That's plain, man. All right. So go back to Leviticus 20.
Back to Leviticus 20, verse 5. Then will I set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a-whoring after him, to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people.
Yeah, hey, and you know what? Because back then, under the old covenant, what our people are doing today, you just be dead, man. But because Yahweh Shai came down and he became that sacrifice for us to redeem us from the curse of the law, you're not gonna, you still have time to repent.
I'm about to say grace.
You have grace, you have liberty, man, to get your soul right. But a lot of our people are gonna abuse that, man, because they really don't believe. Okay? So us coming out here and going into this is a way of us trying to pull you out of a way of judgment, man.
verse 6, it says, "And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after
Familiar spirits,
wizards,
which
and
is
after wizards."
which is witchcraft, man.
Yep. Right.
You know, you dealing with ancestry worship. You try to conjure up, spirits of families and stuff like that. That's big amongst the Hamites.
Nipsey's mama did.
Oh yeah, Nipsey
yeah.
Mama. Yeah, that's what she was.
Yeah.
She performed a spell or sorcery upon the audience at that funeral, man.
Calling back all those names and those family members.
Yeah.
That's the same thing that Saul tried to do. He did.
Yeah, he had that woman.
Yeah,
that.
woman. Yeah.
Which
Call back
Jose
the-
Endor.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's witchcraft.
You ain't supposed to do that, man. That's what the Hamites were heavy into. They practice witchcraft.
It says, "And the soul that turneth after such as have familiar spirits, and after wizards, to go whoring after them, I will even set my face against that soul, and will cut him off from among his people." That tarot card reading, read your palm and all of that.
Yep.
That's witchcraft, man.
Divination.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, that movie Black Panther, they was performing shamanism. That's dealing with familiar spirits.
Calling the ancient.
Talking to the ancients. That's witchcraft, man.
That's literally what Saul had done.
Yeah,
Before
man.
back to prophet.
And those type of practices, the Lord told us that if we, these things, this is why we have to kill off those Canaanites.
Yeah.
Because if we intermingle with them, we will learn their works and we'll start doing it.
That's why the Most High said, don't follow the verse you just read in Leviticus. Don't follow the Egyptians and the Canaanites.
Yeah, man. That's what they were involved in. Drinking blood, sacrifice, putting tribal marks on themselves. They did a lot of witchcraft and sorcery, man. All right? And then when our people still, they try to, they get so heavy into that Hamite spirit of being black and African, they put that type of demonic energy on themselves, man. You ain't even supposed to partake, you ain't supposed to be a part of that, man. Was there a little more on that?
One more verse. It says,
And then
"Sanctify
somebody get wisdom of Solomon.
yourselves, therefore, and be ye holy, for I am the Lord Yahweh."
Yeah, be ye holy, because Yahweh, man, He's holy. Okay, be separated and sanctified. Be cleansed, man. Be pure. Don't pollute yourself with these abominable practices. They're detestable, man. When He sees His own people doing that, it become a smoke in His nose, man. All right.
Hey, bro, read verse 26. That's a good verse.
Oh yeah, kind of, I almost forgot. Verse 26, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I am the Lord Yahweh, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine."
That's right.
Yep.
The Most High cut us off from the other nations. All right, made us different, made us holy unto Him. Not to follow after these idols and the customs of these heathens. He severed us. That means severed means cut. Severely cut. He cut us away from these nations.
And what did Yahweh say? That was the main thing we always said. I come not to bring
but to bring division.
but a sword.
Yeah.
It's like a sword.
But He did say that
sword.
Yeah.
Both written us a different way, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
That's right, man. Get wisdom of Solomon.
It's Wisdom of Solomon 12:3. "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land."
And who was that talking about? The Canaanites. The same Canaanites that were practicing those abominable customs.
It's going to tell all about
It's about to break it down, man.
"Whom thou hatest."
And Salak, in that land, that was always the chosen land of the Most High, the land of Canaan, the Fertile Crescent. The Most High always eyed that land. It was always promised to the chosen seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the Heavenly Father saw that it was just too much pollution, too much wickedness going on. So this is why the Lord had Israel, after we came out of Egypt, to go down into the land of Canaan and slaughter all those Canaanites, man. Get them up out of there, man. I'm tired of seeing that. Okay, I'm gonna have the holy people dwell there. Okay, go ahead, huh?
Verse 4, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcraft
Go ahead.
and wicked sacrifices,
Sacrificing unto Molech and other deities.
and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh.
And that's what they do in this society. A lot of children getting kidnapped, sold into sex trafficking. Children getting sacrificed, and they taking their fetuses.
It's like after they finish with after they're defeated through the sex trafficking, that's when they sacrifice. Okay, we're done with you. We can't do nothing else with you. Sacrifice onto these, these
That's
altars.
what your wicked elite are doing, man. Go ahead.
And most merciless murderers of children and devourers of men's flesh, and the feast of blood, with their priests out in the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help, that the land which thou esteemest above all other,
Talking about the land of Israel. Go ahead.
might receive a worthy colony of the Most High children.
Yeah, so basically the Lord's like, you know what? My people, I made them holy so that they can have this holy land. I'm not gonna have no wicked, abominable, detestable people dwelling in a pure, holy, righteous land, man. A land flowing with milk and honey, surrounded by these different bodies of rivers and seas that yields crops and vegetables. The best land on the planet Earth, man. Okay? And who do you got over there right now?
Defiling it.
Destroying it, man.
But you can tell that the Most High is not dealing with them because they got to bring in trees and
they got
bring in sand and everything.
Because it's cursed.
It's cursed. Yeah.
The people that's over there is not supposed to be over there, man. You know, they're desecrating.
You know what? We just read this. They're doing the same thing over there now, but on the Hamites were doing. Yeah, but on a high another level. You know, the biggest gay parade in Tel Aviv, and man, it's just.
It's a lot. The difference with the Khazars that's over there, it's like they went in the Bible and saw what it said not to do, and they're doing that.
Yeah.
It's what it looked like. They took the list from what not to do, and now they're doing that.
Nevertheless, even those thou sparedest us men, and didst send wasps, forerunners of thy host, to destroy them by little and little.
He said wasp. Is that what that's saying?
Didst send wasps, forerunners.
Forerunners. So he was sending beasts and wasps,
creatures,
all type of creatures after them, man.
What's a forerunner? It's something that goes before you, like John the Baptist was a forerunner for Yahweh Shai, you know. Somebody that goes before to prepare, to set the scene up for you.
Yeah.
The forerunner came, the wife saying, hey, this shit coming.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
Forerunners of thy host.
Remember, hey, because that land, that's how we know them kites over there, they're gonna get fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Because every time the heathens came in there and desecrated it, the Most High would send like wild beasts and all type of stuff after them. Man. That's why those kites, that's why to a certain degree, they have to practice Judaism. Because if they wasn't, then they would have been got jacked up, man. But the Lord still allowed them to do what they're doing because He's going to ultimately destroy them over there. Okay?
To destroy destroy them by little and little, not that thou wast unable to bring the ungodly under the hand of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once by cruel beasts, or with one rough word, but executing thy judgments upon them by little and little, thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice was bred in them, and that their cognition would never be changed. For it was
the way their minds work, never be changed.
For it was a cursed seed from the beginning, neither didst thou.
It was a cursed seed from the beginning. Who is that? Canaan. He cursed
his father Ham.
Because of what Ham did during the time of Noah, man.
His grandfather Ham got him cursed.
Yep.
Neither didst thou.
That's why it was ordained from that point on that land that they were inhabiting was going to be taken away from them and given to the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Okay? Go ahead.
Neither didst thou, for fear of any man, give them pardon for the things wherein they sin. For who shall say, what hast thou done, or who shall withstand thy judgment? Who shall accurse thee for the nation that perish, whom thou hadst made?
Yeah, who shall basically stand between the Most High when he gets ready to judge somebody? You know, like you gonna step in front of a gun. You know what I'm saying? Well, take a bullet for him. Who gonna do that for these nations?
Who's gonna block out the plagues?
You know?
Hey, that's like the same.
did it for us, and nobody do it for the other nations.
That's like the same thing that says in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. Who shall turn away these plagues?
Oh yes, exactly.
Kind.
Basically, who shall turn away the judgment, man?
Kind.
You willing to go down for these nations with them? Hey, you Christians, that's what y'all look like. Because you try to make case for all nations, you know, basically twisting up the scriptures, acting like salvation is for everybody. You know, the Most High ain't dealing with everybody.
Is vocab, you willing to die for these Christians?
Well, he gonna die
Yeah,
anyway.
he gonna die anyway, but you know,
you can ask the same question to the 2/3.
Yeah.
That's in Christianity.
Yeah, they gonna willing to die for vocab.
You know, they always, well, you guys, that's a racist doctrine that y'all teaching. That the Lord loves everybody. You know, where's the love at in your heart? You know, y'all teaching a racist, devilish doctrine. You know. Hey, so you gonna come against the Most High for what He has in stores for as far as judgment? The Lord said He gonna pass the cup to all nations, man.
All nations.
You know.
Or who shall come to stand against thee to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any power but thou that carest for all, whom thou mightest show that thy judgment is not upright. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee, for whom thou hast punished. For so much as thou art righteous in thyself, or orderest all things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that has not deserved to be punished.
Hey, go to Romans 9.
Yep.
The Lord said He have compassion on whom He have compassion.
Yep.
You know.
Mercy.
It's Romans 9 and
the Most High is just. We reading about the
6.
wickedness that they were doing in the land.
Kind.
So is the Most High unrighteous to have them taken out like that? Look what the hell they was doing.
Kind.
Look at the shit that happens in this society, but yet you gonna try to try to take a stand for America, man.
Justify it.
yeah.
You know, just like they had the audacity to say, "Oh, the Most High need to apologize."
Yeah, I was thinking
the
when
same
they did the
thing,
Sodom
bro.
and Gomorrah, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all, you people out your minds, man.
You're gonna apologize, all right? You know, while destroying this one.
Yeah.
Because people don't believe in judgment, man. That's why they thrive off of wickedness, man. You know, they want the freedom to do what the hell they want to do without consequences. You know. Go ahead.
This is Romans 9 and 6. Not as though the word of the Most High have taken no effect, for they are not all Israel which are
No.
of
Down to like maybe
11.
no, like 13, 14, no, like 14, 15.
Okay, I started at 13. Romans 9 and 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with the Most High? The Most High forbid.
Yeah, is Is there any unrighteousness with the Heavenly Father? You know, so if the Lord wants to judge the nations, but you teaching that all nations can make it, then really you got a problem with the Most High. You got a problem with judgment. Okay?
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Yep.
So then is it not of him that willeth, or nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy?
Yep.
For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for the same purpose I have raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden it.
And that's why he's not going to have mercy upon Esau, because he's going to make sure that Esau be rebellious, you know, even unto his destruction.
Yeah.
He's going to be hardened just like Pharaoh was hardened, man. To come against the Lord's people, to destroy his earth, to make himself a god, you know. The Most High got him like that. Right? You think the Most High gonna have mercy on him? Esau didn't show no mercy to us. The Lord said that he that touches you touches the apple of my eye. Okay, so the same a lack of mercy that Esau showed us, the Most High, he's not gonna show compassion for them when he destroyed them. And even when the destruction comes, Esau's still not gonna repent. The elite, they still gonna be trying to seek to their left hand witches and all that, man.
Okay.
And secret councils and stuff, hoping that the men of the Lord, the angels, don't find them, and they little underground bunkers. There's mountain retreats and stuff.
Underground water in underwater cities.
Yeah, man.
Your space stations.
Yeah, man. They're gonna repent. They still gonna be wicked. Because that's how the Most High made them. Okay? Everybody's fulfilling their role, their purpose. Okay? The Israelites happen to be the vessels of honor. And Esau, he's the vessel of dishonor, man.
I got to read. See, Sirach 14:7. And if he doeth good, he doeth unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness.
Yeah, so why would he want to give him mercy? He's not going to be right. He's not going to repent.
Back in Romans 9 and 19. Thou will say then unto me, why doeth he yet find fault? For who has resisted his will? Nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High?
Yeah. You know? Oh, so you mean to tell me God is not dealing with me? I don't deserve salvation just because I'm a white person, or I'm Chinese, or I'm this, I'm that? Hey, if you're not on this sign,
or if your spirit don't go back to Israelite,
your spirit, you know, if you're not a confusion of face, then yeah, the Most High is not dealing with you. Okay, he's not.
That's why the Most High gave you heathen nations, your gods, your deities to go worship.
Yep.
The Most High is, this scripture say, it says the God of Israel. Of Israel, not of Moab, not of Esau, not of all these other heathen nations.
Yep.
So our power made the heavens, okay? That's why the Most High gave you Buddha and all these other, these deities, these false idols. Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Have not the potter power over the clay?
Hey, like vocab. he's struggling so hard right now because he know what we're saying is the truth, what we're teaching is the truth. But what's messing his head up is that he could very well be an Edomite. Yeah. You have like a 90% chance of being an Edomite. Yeah. Okay? So he's trying to stress the fact that, well, my mom, she has thick Sicilian blood. as if that
right.
mean anything. You know, and whatever little hope he got from that, his brothers just sliced that,
Well, it's crazy.
cut that in half, man.
His mom could be a Jake.
Yeah.
His mom could be it could be a Jake, and he could be a damn heathen,
Right.
an Edomite.
I believe he is.
I think he is too.
Where you going about it?
Yeah, man.
And most Jakes would have been, but he's over the top, man.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
let it go.
Yeah. Like vocab, you lost the first round, and you keep losing each round after that. You can't win. You can't fight against the Most High. You're fighting against his men. You're fighting against the Most High. All right. Of the same lump, to make one vessel unto honor and the other unto dishonor.
Yeah. You got the vessel of honor, which is really start with the elect. But hey, Israel is an honorable seed. You know, we were meant to be a just and holy seed. You know, Esau was meant to be what the sons of the wicked, the devil.
And it's always been like that. It's been, you had Cain and Abel, and when Cain killed Abel, Abel was a righteous seed, but then came Seth. Just like when Jacob and Esau. It was always a righteous and a wicked seed. It's balanced.
Yeah, man. Oh, somebody get a Sirach 33? 33 like 10, 11. Hey, because we can't help what we are, man. The Most High made us, man.
Hey,
I didn't ask to be an Israelite, but the Most High made me an Israelite. I give all the praises, man. I give all the praise, glory, and honor that he made me one of his sons, man.
Right.
Hey, and if I wasn't an Israelite, if I was a Hamite or an Ishmaelite, the water Yahweh Shemel Shaf not making me an Edomite. Straight up, man. Because if you an Edomite, man, that's the worst thing you could be. That's the worst thing you could be, man.
Hey, but right now, it said the last should be first and the first should be last, right? Right now, to be white is like the greatest thing you could ever have.
That's the top thing right now.
So-called white.
Yeah, so-called, right?
Yeah.
That's the greatest
That's the
position
ruling
in the earth
class.
you have.
The fatness
we
of the
found
earth,
out-
live by the sword.
We're on the bottom and we found out that we're Israelites and we're still in this captivity. It sucks. But when it flips and then things get set up the right way, it's well worth whatever you go through. You've been through on this side. You know, you find out, hey, you're the ones that should be ruling the earth while you're in captivity. You know, that's a tough one.
And you see how great we are even in this low condition, but you see how low Esau is in his high position.
Yeah.
What was that in Sirach, the 13th chapter about he that is about poverty. Sirach 13. No, like the no, Sirach 10 and 31.
Yeah, Sirach
Oh yeah.
10 and 31. He that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches?
Man, how much more in riches, man?
Yeah.
You know, that's why it says that in Proverbs, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
Yeah.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, man. You see all this wickedness that's going on, and Esau has the power. Hey, man, Esau got so much wealth. Nobody on the planet Earth could be homeless or impoverished, man.
Or in debt.
If he was to distribute all the wealth that he actually have, you wouldn't have tent cities. You wouldn't have to have a welfare. You know.
But he wouldn't be up there by himself either, though. That's the problem.
Right.
He would be high up in society all by himself. Other people would be up there with him. You don't like that.
Yeah, Rothschilds alone, that family has over 500 trillion, in assets.
Yeah.
They could knock down your debt. Each person born in America, you born to at least over $600,000 of debt. You think that Esau is gonna take it upon himself to wipe that debt off? You think he's gonna keep the Jubilee law? Hell no, man. Because as long as you're in debt, you're gonna be their servants, man.
That's what keeps him on top. The debt.
Yeah.
Because all your wages, where you think the taxes go to? Esau.
Because they economic system is based off of being credit based.
Yeah.
If I start a bank and I'll start using my money, and we use that as a method of bartering and trading, I'm gonna make a lot of profit off of that.
Right.
And the more that you keep using it, you got to keep paying back interest on it. That's where all that debt comes from. You know, these banks, man, and who control the banks? Amalek. All right. So go back to that.
It's me, right?
Yeah.
It says, he that is honored in poverty, how much more in riches? And he that is dishonorable in riches, how much more in poverty?
God, man.
Man, he's so cold, man.
Just low. You can't go any lower than this devil, man. Okay. That was it. I think you was reading or somebody.
No, I had Romans. I was still in Romans 9.
Oh, I asked for somebody to get Sirach 33.
Yeah, so I got it.
Yeah, I let it go.
I got it.
Because like I said, man, we can't help who we are. All right, just like you can't help who you are, man. If you a heathen, you a heathen. Okay? You gotta play your part, man. Okay, you an Edomite, hey, you be the perfect devil that you could be. Okay? And if you try to do something righteous, you going off. That's not true.
Hey, we even tell these low-level Edomites that, you know, these rich elite banking families should be breaking you off.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, you got poor Edomites, man.
Yeah.
You know, Edomites that's, you know, in a poor category. You know?
And that's going to happen with the race riots. These Edomites, these low-level
Civil War.
Civil Wars, like these two-time loser Edomites, they get tired. They want a piece of the pie.
Oh yeah.
You said Sirach 33?
Yeah. 10.
Sirach 33 and 10. And all men are from the ground, and Adam was created of earth.
Yeah.
In much knowledge the Lord hath divided them and made their ways diverse.
Yep.
Some has he blessed and exalted, and some of them have he sanctified and set near himself.
That's Israel. Go ahead.
But some hath he cursed and brought low, and turned out of their places.
He did that to the Canaanites. Okay. Hey, but Esau, he's cursed too. He's cursed with he got many curses on him, man. He got the curse of Cain on him. He has the curse of the land. Where it talks about how the field will not yield its fruits. You know, it's not going to yield its strength. So the land is cursed because of Esau, man. Okay? It's all type of curses on this devil, man.
Verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hand to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render them as liketh him best.
Yeah.
Hey, he's the Most High is the director, the author, okay, the producer, and every person that's a part of the cast, they all have different characters. You know, different personalities, different roles, different purposes.
You got Esau.
Of how they play, or what role they play in the movie, man.
Esau's the antagonist. Jacob's, the Israelites are the protagonists, the elect. You got the heathens, the supporting cast. You can even throw the motherfucking 2/3 in the supporting cast too. You know, but it's all
really Israel is they're part of. Yeah. Ultimately, we're part of
co-stars.
Yeah, co-stars. Yeah.
Because really, the two main stars is Jacob and Esau.
Right.
Okay. Yep.
All right. Verse 14. Good is set against evil, and life against death. So is the godly against the sinner, and the sinner against the godly.
Right.
So look upon all the works of the Most High, and there are two and two, one against another.
And that's the duality of the Most High. You know, because it's to bring balance. All right? The Most High, he's not going to have everybody wicked, and he's not going to have everybody righteous.
Right.
Okay? That would be a horrible film. It's just number of villains. There's not one righteous character in it.
Everybody trying to stab everyone in the back.
You know?
Clue.
Right. Yep.
Proverbs 16:4, the Lord made all things for himself.
Yep.
Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Yeah.
Everything has a purpose. He killeth, he maketh alive.
Con.
He needs somebody to fulfill that. He got angels, death angels, and he got angels of protection. Got different things for different purposes.
You got lying spirits.
Yeah.
You know?
Spirits were created for vengeance.
Yeah. Was that in Job 12 and 16? The deceived and the deceivers are his. You know? And the Most High controls both sides, man. He said he create peace and
darkness.
And darkness, man.
Yeah, Isaiah 45.
Yep. Yeah, man.
This is Isaiah 45, verse 7. I form the light and create darkness.
Yep.
I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things.
Yeah, that's what he do. Okay, he create good and evil, man. Okay? As a matter of fact, you can keep reading down too, actually. Verse 9 and 10. I was about to say the same thing that said in Sirach 33. As well as Romans the 9th chapter.
Keep reading down
Yep.
to verse what?
To like maybe 10.
This is Isaiah 45, verse 8. Drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open, and let them bring forth salvation, and let righteousness spring up together. I, the Lord, have created it.
Yeah, the Lord created righteousness, man. And ultimately, righteousness is going to outweigh wickedness, man. Because right now, the balance is there's more evil and wickedness than there is righteousness. But when Yahushua comes back and dethrone Esau, he's going to basically put righteousness back at the forefront.
That's right.
All right? That's going to be the vibration of the world, man. It's after our vibration, which is righteousness.
That's right. And that right, and like you said, the Most High is about balance. The righteousness of that 144,000 is going to outweigh all the wickedness of Esau and the 2/3, and then it's going to be right in its proper order.
Yeah. Yep. Well,
Woe to him that striveth with this maker. Let the potsherd strive with the potsherds of the earth. Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou?
yeah, like you. So if the creator of chess, when he made the rook or when he made the pawn, are those pieces gonna complain about the creator of chess? Why did you make me a rook? Or why did you make me a pawn?
A knight.
Why did you make me a knight?
A bishop.
I can only move in an L shape. Man.
Right.
Messed up. I can't.
Right. Why couldn't I be the king that got ran over the board, you know? Why couldn't be the queen, you know? Nah, man.
You gotta be on purpose.
They wherever you put your based on whatever move you make, you control that piece. That's how the Most High, that's how he works with us. Okay? The Most High orchestrating moves on the earth because this is one big stage to him. You know, the different conflicts and turmoil that you see happening in the Middle East, all of these are just chess moves that the Most High is making using man. He's setting them up for that war over there, man. You know, putting the spirit into Vladimir Putin to undermine the West. You know, do trade deals with their allies to piss them off and test fire nuclear missiles that could reach this place.
It's being a guard to Venezuela.
Being a guard unto these nations that the West is trying to intervene and destabilize. The Most High is the one that's doing that, man. We are all playing our positions, man. Okay? That's what it is, man. The Most High is not going to go back on his word. He spoke these things, man. The Lord spoke all these things into existence. You know? The Lord said, I shall accomplish that which I please, man. The words that he spoke, it shall not return to him void. Okay? So, hey, if Israel is going to be the only ones allotted to get salvation, then that's what it is. If the kingdom of heaven is only going to be for the Israelites to rule over the rest of the world, that's what it is, because the Father spoke it, man. Okay? Hey, if he said that Esau is going to be annihilated, Obadiah 1:18, hey, it said that. It said that, for the Lord have spoken it, about how there should be no any remaining of the house of Esau, man. You know? And these Christians, they find that cruel that would happen. So they try to turn around and say, well, that already happened already. No, that ain't happened yet. I'm sorry, I hate to break that to you, but that hasn't happened yet. All right? And you are the Edomites.
Yep. Hey, that's what I'm saying.
He created you for this purpose.
You're fulfilling it.
I created the wicked for the day of evil. So basically, you was preordained to that condemnation, man. The Lord created you so that you could be the wicked on the earth. You could be that left-hand balance, or that you would be this super villain character that would lead the rest of the world in rebellion against the Creator. And the Lord used you basically for the purpose of teaching us a lesson, okay? And also so he can destroy you, okay?
Just accept it.
Just accept, hey, you had a hell of a role, man.
Yeah.
You had a hell of a role.
Appreciate you.
Okay?
Especially once you're gone, I'm really going to appreciate you.
Hell yeah, man.
Help usher in the right.
Hey, that takes wisdom to say that, man.
Yeah.
We actually appreciate this, man. Because that's gonna make us a way better, wiser judge when we have the power to rule, man.
You taught us exactly what not to do.
What not to do. All the wear and tear on this planet, man. All the shit that'll, you see these things going on, and it damn near want to bring you to a tear, man. Because there's so much, and this is all the shit that Esau allows to get out of control under his management, man. So when we get in rulership, man, we gonna appreciate this, man. Like, damn, man, we remember this. So now we understand. We have the understanding, man. Hey, because the serpent didn't lie to Eve when she said that it would make you a god to know both good and evil.
Right. No, but
He lied about saying that you won't die if you tap into it.
Yep.
That was the price that had to be paid for that, man. You know.
I was gonna read this in Romans. You add anything else? That was it. From that Isaiah 45.
Yeah, there was a little more.
Okay, got it.
Shall the clay say to him that fashioned it, what makest thou of thy work? He hath no hands. Woe unto him that saith unto his father, what begettest thou?
Yeah. And what have you brought forth? You know, much like these bugged out mental cases here in Babylon that have an issue with being who the Lord created them to be. That whole gender changing, that's the sentiment. Why did you make me a girl? I don't like being a girl. I envy being a guy. I want to be able to have the privileges that guys have. I want to be able to sleep around. I want to be able to go to war. I want to be able to do this and do that. That's not how the Lord made you. He made you to be a woman, to be feminine, okay? To serve your husband, allow your husband to rule over you, bring forth children so we can multiply in the earth, okay? In which you have a very important role as a woman, man. You're very important. But a lot of our women got those demons on them, but hey, it goes back to them demonic seeds that the serpent planted in they brain, man.
Right.
Okay? Our women, they're out of touch with their own nature, man. Following after the devil. And they're destroyed, they're polluted, man. But we gonna get all that back. Same thing with you men. turning into flaming homos, or you want to become a woman, you get a surgery done, you know, and you want everybody to accept your lifestyle. You fighting against the Most High, man. You being rebellious, you being a demon, man. Rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft.
Wrong to him that strive against his maker.
Unto the woman, what hast thou brought forth? Thus saith the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, and his Maker. Ask me of things to come concerning my sons, and concerning the work of my hands command ye me. I have made the earth and created man upon it. I, even my hands, have stretched out the heavens, and all their hosts have I commanded.
Yeah.
I have raised him up in righteousness, and I will direct all his ways. He shall build my city, and he shall let go my captives.
That's it.
Hey, he said he shall build my city. Time of punishment, though. Last end of his role is that slavery you gotta live out. You gotta work that. You gotta work that debt off, man. Then you get eradicated. That's it, the Bible. Yeah.
It's Romans 9.
But I want to say, because that's the role that the Most High set up for you.
Okay.
It's Romans 9 and verse 22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Man, because the Most High is very patient. All this wickedness that Esau is doing, the Most High is still patient. You know, because the Most High, he understands that he has to fulfill his word.
Come.
Hey, the Most High is more patient than any of us out here.
Come, bro.
Because we've been want this devil's destroyed, man. The Most High still letting things happen to fulfill his purpose. Okay? He's very long suffering, man. Because if the Most High, if you don't step in anytime soon, man, this is just how we feel being down here, man. He gonna fuck all of us up. He gonna kill all of us out, man. That's why we cry out to the Heavenly Father to destroy this place, man. You know, we know that it would be no flesh left to be saved if the Most High was to prolong his days, man.
You know, come right on time, but
yeah, man.
All right, I'm starting up. Romans 9 and 19. Thou wilt say unto me, why doeth he yet find fault from who have resisted his will?
Hey, why the Edomites gotta be eradicated? Why they gotta go in thousands of slavery? Well, he found fault in them. There was a real issue with it. Just like there was a real issue with us going into captivity. It's like there's a real issue for all the other heathen that's got the judgment that they got coming. Everybody, he didn't only just do it and be like, because I said, like we got the land of Canaan because Ham fucked up. So it passed by Ham down into his grandson, the Canaanites, that had to deal with that.
It's all about will. It's all about his will, man. Okay? There's certain things that's part of his will that it's not gonna sit right with you. But like the scriptures say, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are my ways your ways, man. People be trying to put themselves on a level that they can question the divine creator.
Like the scriptures,
that they can understand the Most High's ways.
God.
Yeah, who are you to reply us against the Most High?
Like you read. Go ahead, man.
Verse
People try to question the Most High's majesty and his reasoning for why he does certain things. You know, just because they're frustrated that they can't understand. Yeah. It ain't for you to know. You thinking from a carnal perspective, man.